pay attention, all right? You know, the funny thing is when someone hands me a microphone like this, it always tempts me to bring out the inner rapper in me. And when I say the rapper, I don't mean the rapper of a lolly. I mean that kind of rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, this is the cool way to hold a microphone when you're a rapper. You know, this is the boring way, this is the cool way. Right? And it made me think, if we were lucky enough to get Eminem to come and do a line speech for us, to steal one of Danny's lines, would it go something like, "It should be a crime to recognise Lyme." I'm sorry, that's the best rap I've got for a Friday afternoon. It is Friday, I need a drink. Back to normal mode. So what am I going to talk to you about today? I'm going to talk about one of your favourite topics that all you Lyme patients relate to. How the notion of Lyme disease is all in your head. How you're all lingerers, right? You're all just making it up. That's right, I got my tongue in my cheek, that's right. I'm trying to keep a straight face. So after all, if it's not in Australia, the only possibility is that it could be in your head, right? It could not have anything to do with the fact that we have inadequate testing in the country, could it? So I've been thinking about this. And I've been thinking, I think I know how and why you decided that you're going to be sick and make it all up in your head, right? And I think it went to something like this. It was a beautiful sunny day, and you're having a barbecue, you had all your friends over, your family over, you had a nice big spread of food, because you could afford it, right? You were there, you're playing tennis with your family and your friends, had all of them around, and all of a sudden you had a moment, you had a revelation. You crossed your arms looking around at your friends and family, which is hard to do when you've got a microphone in your hand, and you said, I just don't want this lifestyle anymore. I'm sick of it. You saw all the problems, all the big disadvantages of what was going on in front of you, didn't you? You realised that you had too many friends, right? And friends, let's face it, friends are just claustrophobic, right? They just, they get in your face, they want you to go out everywhere. Who needs them? At the end of the day, you just want to stay home and sit on your couch, don't you? Alone. Watch your favourite movie over and over and over again, right? By yourself. And family members. Family members are overrated too, They get all close and mushy, they want to hug you, and you don't really need this in your life, do you? You want yourself on the couch by yourself, don't you? And of course you could afford this nice spread of food, couldn't you? So obviously you've got sufficient money, but let's talk about money. Money is overrated, it really is. Money is just responsibility, isn't it? Money does the thing, it puts holes in your pockets, you've heard the saying, pulls your pants down. And it does it, how you end up, if you have lots of money, you end up with teenage pants for the ones down here. And you just want to pull them up like that ad when you see the guy hoik them up, So you need to do something about this, you said. You sat down and you wrote down your 3 problems. What's your 3 problems? 3 problems, you've got too many friends, family that cares about you, and too much money, right? So how are you going to solve these problems? So here's what you decided to do. You said to yourself, I'm going to invent a disease, right? And not just a controversial one that kind of slips between the cracks of all the mainstream, well-respected medical conditions. So how does this solve your problem? Well, I know that each of you are very strategic, aren't you? So what you did is you sat down and you wrote a list of symptoms. And you strategically thought out all your symptoms so that they had a lot of commonalities, but not so common that there was there's enough differences between the four of you so that you couldn't be accused of colluding, right? Because colluding, everyone would just say, like, duh, we caught you, you all got the same thing, you just worked it out. So satisfied with your list, you proudly marched off to your doctor. You said, hey doc. You said, I'm sick. And the doctor said, what's wrong? Well, I've got all these symptoms. Are there many? Oh, there's just a few. Do you want to see my list? The doc says, sure. Sure enough, you've got your long list. It's at this point in time you feel like an ancient philosopher sitting in front of your doctor with your script, you know. Something to the effect of, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears, you say to your doctor. The doctor says, sure, I'll give you my ears back when you're finished. That's my worst take for today, I'm sorry. See, interestingly, when you go to some doctors have got one tray on the desk with two metaphorical trays. See, they have a tray that's labelled legitimate conditions and one that's labelled the lingerers, you see. Some doctors. So you come up with your list, you show it to your doctor, doctor has a look at it, doctor says all you need to do is you need to go home and think positive thoughts for 10 minutes and you'll be fine. So of course you go home, you tell your friends and family, you've got no diagnosis, your friends think you're a bit of a fruit basket, it's all good stuff, your friends are now dispersing and starting to leave you alone. This is great, this is what you wanted. But of course you're not satisfied with your work yet, so you've got to trudge off to see doctor number 2. Go to doctor number 2, show him your list, sure enough, bang, he puts you straight into tray number 2 as well. All is going well now you're really getting your diagnosis, you see. Doctor says to you, quite frankly, you just need to go home, you need to meditate for 10 minutes a day, think about your life, add your grandmother's age to it, take away the number of first love and you'll be fine. I will pick that up, I'm not going to do it, okay? Promise. So you go home and you tell your family and friends, more dispersion, more money gone, you're well on your way to getting your cows to yourself. And this time somebody suggests to you, why don't you go and see a psychiatrist? You see, the psychiatrist, they're fantastic for this cause because they get you that friend dispersing diagnosis very quickly, and of course they cost a lot of money, don't they? So of course you go to your psych, sure enough you get your diagnosis being a Fruit Loop, go home, tell your friends, tell your family, job well done, you've now got the cows to yourself, right, which is exactly what you wanted. Actually it's funny, you know, unfortunately I can tell that the patients are used to getting this kind of treatment. Every now and then I get patients calling me up and they're asking for pathology testing or something, and interestingly I can hear the trepidation in their voice, and they ring me up and the call goes something like this. They say, Mal, I want to talk to you about possibly ordering some testing for my condition. I say, yeah, tell me about what's going on. Well, I kind of get these weird symptoms that are going on with me. Sure, do you want to tell me about them? Well, I get all these hot and cold flushes. And I get this droopiness on the side of my face. I get this really weird symptom that my symptoms flare up before an electrical storm. I say, And then I interject and I say, and do you get pain in your ribs? Yes. And do you get brain fog? Yes. And do you get muscle twitches? Yes. And do you get this? Yes. Yes. Yes, I get this escalation of yeses, and before I know it, the phone call has turned into that scene from When Harry Met Sally. And if you miss my crescendo of yes, yes, yeses, I'm not doing that again. Suffice to say, I'll have what she's having. Or will I, because that's Lyme disease. Now, of course, there is a serious side to all of this. And of course, the first part of what I was saying is all very sarcastic, and what you have is very real. It's certainly not all in your head. You know, in the years that I've worked as a health and fitness practitioner, I've seen a lot of things in my time. One thing that I've never seen is Munchausen syndrome or hypochondriac. Because the reality is people don't want to be sick, do they? People don't just make it up. Sure, there might be one or two around, but the reality is that they don't. Why would they? Why would people make up illness? Everyone that I know that has chronic disease that's lost their job would have their job back in a second and work twice as hard for the same amount of money just to rid their disease, wouldn't they? The reality is that you have a chronic bacterial infection caused by a spirochetal bacteria called Borrelia. You may also have other co-infective agents causing you Bartonellosis, babesiosis, ehrlichiosis, and probably even anaplasmosis. And importantly, any psychological symptoms that you do experience are exactly that. They are symptoms. They are symptoms of the disease process, not the cause. They are caused by pathogens that cross your blood-brain barrier and infect and affect your brain. Same for the neurotoxins of these pathogens. It's what I call the pathopsychiatric effect. That means pathogens that cause a psychiatric effect on you. So they may experience depression at times, or you may experience anxiety at times, or paranoia at times. These are a process of the infectious disease that's going on inside you. They are symptoms of it. They are not the cause of you, and people are unfairly being diagnosed with these conditions. And I want to say too that you do not have conversion disorder. Sadly, I've seen too many individuals that have been affected by this in my time. I've seen relationships and marriages in turmoil. I've witnessed firsthand patients being discharged from hospitals untreated. And quite frankly, this has got to stop, hasn't it? And I hereby invite New South Wales Health to talk to me about this anytime they like. And so hopefully, with this and the other protest events that are going around in this country at the moment, and indeed the world, hopefully then, M&M that I referred to before, you didn't think I was going to do another one, did you? I'm real glutton for punishment, right? Hopefully M&M then would be able to say something like, finally has come the time that they'll recognise Lyme. Thanks very much.